Molweni, welcome back to our podcast channel, which is Blacc with True Hustlers of Kasination. And today, guys, we brought you another hustler, Kasinator from our streets, and Buka. So, don't tell me what's called. How about a simple introduction about yourself?
Yeah, thank you very much, Blacc. Yeah, it's not easy, but the man was born in Lady Frey. We learned the problem living on Soman, but he grew up here in Batman. Bad name and then as well as the old man Esau Mandiwa Majola, DUBA LUFEFE. But anyway, you get in the street and the people they always give you names, and you have to accept those names. Maybe those names have got meaning. Yeah. But that is the only introduction I can give it to you. Otherwise, to go to clear names, it'd be very difficult because there are two bloods who are giving life to a man. So if in the basic clear name may one, and then I busy any clear name, somehow is a willing and as much as what we're doing here is going to be on the internet, and you find out abandoned is Zalanabo, they must not see the other side of the story. So we would rather keep it low when it comes to clear names, because I don't want to feel, or I don't want my family from my mother's side to feel otherwise, as well as the family from my father's side to feel otherwise. Let's just hold it there. The introduction I've made, I think it's quite good enough. We can take it from there.
Wow, that's good, bro. Yeah, what I want to say was bro. The whole final of your show, bro. I think it's been, I'm not sure how many months, bro, I can't get, but finally, bro, they're very proud of your show. So I'm Kulawam, Pivos Kali, and Swab, and Joe Kali, no panda, or Konde Wanahook, I'm a hustler on their panda.
Yeah, hey, you know, Blacc, when it comes to hustling, since birth, in our Kasination. Yeah, but it's a matter of the process. You must believe in the process. You've been born as a hustler, but you develop gradually, then you get there. Eventually, when you're talking about when I start hustling, I'm a footballer, a football legend. I've been in places, and I'm also a South African ambassador when it comes to beach ball. So when you talk about football, football is my life, football is my blood. I eat football, I drink football, I sleep football. And football, when you talk about innate Bensenia hustling, as much as I said earlier on, is since birth in the hustling. For instance, the Almighty knows your life, your beginning and your end. So I cannot say when did I start hustling, but the day I opened my eyes and welcome in this world of misery, then I started hustling. As much as I said, Uti, I'm a legend, a football legend, and I've been around, and I play football, and I transform communities, and I entertain some other people. Not all the people that want to pass Tanda Blaccs. There must be something wrong with you if everybody's going to love you. Yeah. You understand? And when I choose those who hate me because they keep me going. I'm like the boy and arrow. You pull me back, but you let me go. Other side of the time. So that's the nature of it. So if without you hate your haters, you're wasting your time. While they're hating you, keep on moving, but don't try to impress anyone and don't try to prove a point to anyone, but just live your life the way it should be. What must be should be from the beginning to the end. So if uzakwenza izinto complicated, it's going to complicate your life as well. So when you talk about hustling, I have a tavern, and ekasi, I believe the style analysis introduced made amehlo wenu ayengekaboni ngexesha. And now only when that thing is no more there, you're still missing it. But there was a tavern of this pedigree. Right. And it doesn't mean that the history cannot repeat itself. It can repeat itself, but it teaches us what you must protect what you have. Because maybe in the future you might not have anymore. So it's important. Maybe now we're going to come with a very strategic something, a thing which is transforming our young guys, our young brothers, our children, and our neighbors. Yeah, we as much as we are born in the neighborhood, Ibika is just the economic hub. We just had the Ostiers, we got the Bonets, we got Ultra City, Garage. So in the Dusty Street, there is a rap diamond. So when you talk about hustling, hustling is it goes a long way. We're hustling in many ways. Yes, I cannot say football was a hustling because I played football from the bottom of my heart, and I never knew who was watching. And up until I got to these places I've mentioned, injalo mfethu indaba ebhola it's not only bhola. It doesn't mean now la majita wona xa engadlali ibhola we have to turn a blind eye go. You must also motivate them to listen and follow your dream. To understand? Yeah. And no one should stop you. And you must believe in yourself and make sure that yonke le ufuna ukuyenza uyayifisa. So okay, in life is all about phases. You don't need to get. I've tried football and I played football to my level best. I went to the business adventure and I made sure Uti Tavern it was a place to be, but it was not a place to be because Zita, bezininzi Zita, and it'd be surprisingly Uti is Zita, ngabantu are supposed to be your aunt, supposed to be your father, supposed to be your uncle, but they turn against you because the spark and the creativity you have brought in the game. Yeah. Maybe abona yabafaka under pressure than to find out so for the fire to keep on blazing. Yeah. So that's how it works, Blacc. But yabona, I support your initiative as well. As much as bakudala phone, not having enough time. And now me too, I want to be a car dealer. At my age, I still got dreams. I still dreaming. We never stop dreaming. We must dream till ox, if that's the case. Yeah. So even now, I want to be a car dealer. Yeah. Yes, I went around the country. I went to Johannesburg. I went to Pretoria looking for these cars. Yeah. Eventually, I found a car, and that's where I can turn the point. I'm gonna pimp it, and I see even the young people. They are very, inspired by the brand, the BMW 325i. Yeah. Then bafuna doors in our streets. Yeah, but that time will come because we have to be patient. Yeah. Because if you are not patient, you are not going to achieve whatever often we achieve. Because I can't often we rush in. Because if you rush in, then maybe there are more questions you want to ask. But that's far as the hustling is concerned, and the hustling is bigger. And I'm also a landlord. I don't believe that as Lapa we have to show how much we earn or how much are we making. But as to try to inspire the upcoming youngsters, the very importance of the land. The land is very important. And we always believe that land first, the rest shall follow. Once you have the land, then everything is set. So you must try to make sure that, we know cars, we love cars, but land is a very, very important thing. So kubalulekile ukuthi umhlaba masisitya ngento phansi komhlaba siphinde sitye ngento phezu komhlaba. Yeah. So as much as we're hustling, I'm also a gardener. Yayazi now the garden boy. I'm making sure that we're getting fresh veggies from the ground. You understand? I'm not underestimating or discriminating or yamnyatelu through it, no spa, no what, but I believe diet is a fundamental factor of performance. So if I manufacture my own diet, then I will know what is best for me, and I know what planted or who planted or what manufactured or what manure was used in that crop. So you have to watch our health at all costs, because without the help, zonke le hustling siyenzayo will be just down the drain. So funeke sijonge izinto esizityayo, our lifestyle injalo.
Oh, that's good, bro. So mkhulu wami ke yaziba usewushilo ba enye challenge khona ufuna ukubuza ngoba ngani into yona biggest challenge oyifacile hustling yakho siba kuthilo oqala ba overlay tavern then one is it especially izinto mhlawumbe anti odala bethu ntoni. So do you have any challenge ekusolutsa ngoku?
Yeah, you know, Blaccs, no woman will cry. It's always the case. If there is no heartaches and pains, there is no success, because you won't tell stories. You see, easy to decision they have to be there. If you capella abantu bakudala babesicela ngokuthi babe nendwala babengaguli, because ezandwala mhlawumbe zazi into zaziyenza emzimbeni wabo, but in our generation asinazi indwala, and we always seek, we don't know, maybe mhlawumbe ezandwala zazi zibantu basingaguli. Ngizama ukuthi ezinye izinto izitha, I can say it's a fuel to your success, because kubalekile zibe khona izitha uzobona ukuthi you see now izitha once they always uthi yabona akazosenza isikhathi uyasayithiswa uyaboniswa it's not going to make it. That gives you a vavavoom to propel, to kiss the cup of success. Because if sizothi izitha, they must not be there. I want izitha to be there, because they keep me going. You understand? I've mentioned zonke izinto endizibalile, and my dream kuzo zonke izinto is to bring garden court eLuFEFE. Yeah, now it's like now sithetha ngokumnandi because siyathetha kumandi kuthetha, but to walk the talk is a different story. But that's my dream, to bring a garden court eKasi, and I'm saying it's gonna happen. Ndiziqalela mna ukuthi izokwenzeka, and once uqala uziqalele wena, then the rest is history. And we have to remember the Blaccs, sikhuliswe kumakhaya athanda icawe, and we were told about the power of the word. The word is powerful because the word creates. So what I'm saying, I'm creating it. When I'm saying I want a garden court in Ibika, I'm creating that thing. So it's going to happen, and I'm fully confident with this one. So when it comes to izitha, if sizothi izitha, they must not be there. No, we are fighting a losing battle. Mna nithi izitha must be khona. Do you understand? So they can see our success. Do you understand? And at the same time, if you were ukuthi thina siye kwi-success, you understand? So if izitha zizoba khona, it's not going to happen. Yeah, you're going to buy imoto endala somewhere, uyibeka apha eyadini, sizothetha uBlacc uthenga imoto endala. For instance, ubrother wakho uBiza inspired me. He bought an old jet, wayibeka eyadini uBiza. And it was a process. Wathenga iparts, because uyigqibile lento ibalekile ukuthi la moto mayibe seyadini, then emva ngoko wayidevelopa gradually. At the end of the day, uBiza behamba ngala moto. The very same people were laughing at uBiza. Bafuna ihike yobheka eChisa, bafuna ihike yobheka kwaKhiwo, bafuna ihike yobheka eBingo. The very same people bebemkade bemnyathela uBiza. So we support people like those. You buy something and uqalele wena awuzova ngabantu. You must, education, it's very important, because education nale uBiza wayibonisa ukuthi athenga imoto azenayo ayiphimpe, because it's economy free. Number one, uBiza akatshutshiswa ibhanki ngala moto, eyakhe la moto uBiza. Into adibene ajongene nayo la moto is petrol consumption and the parts consumption. Into adibene ne-installment is not a victim of the system, because if sizafuna ukusolo sifuna izinto, if nangoku ungajonga kwi-stats, i-stats siyasibonisa phaa ezimotweni, imoto ezintsha zithengwa, kuthengwa kakhulu ii-used cars. I went to Johannesburg. When I get in Johannesburg, it's the same environment in East London. Those people, they are buying used cars, and they do mechanical 100%, they body spray it, they sell it for bigger profits. So if we now was in a very short space, we're gonna think for you. So if such a thing is the target, I'm now love them to be there, because they keep us going.
Oh, that's good, bro. As born up early rumba, kugcwele ulutsha mhlawumbe imashini 20 years or 10 years. So any advice mkhulu wami you'd love from one nigga since we love Pangwako?
Yeah, Blacc, you know, mna kwa advice ngizobanika yona. Because these guys, they got fire inside them.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You see that fire is burning inside them. There shall be no water can extinguish or seize that fire. But they must keep that fire burning. That is the only motivation in the meeting. Because if it is out, but I believe for the fact if this person is ambitious, which is there's a fire burning inside him. So he must keep on, make sure that fire blaze every day. When it comes to if you want to talk about drugs, we want to talk about alcohol, we want to talk about women, we want to talk about this, we want to talk about that. Those things are there. But you must know what is best for you. And this is what team that they must stop using drugs. Because I'm not a drug lord. I'm not selling drugs to them, but I'm telling them, you must know what is best for you. And if you know what is best for you, you're going to achieve the ultimate goal. You can use a pin to change it. So those, they want to be DJs. They must be DJs. But for the buyers, to be DJs, bazohlekwa. Badehlekwa. Ungona babheka phambili. You understand? Kufana nasesikoleni xa uflexela. Uyahlekwa esikoleni xa uflexela. Kanti yi-businessman ithengisa iflex apha. You understand? I don't know into efika ezingqondweni kubo. Why sizafuna uqashwa? And education yethu if based on talent and skill izakwazi babona babe kwezi position bafuna babuzwa. I'm not saying la education bayithola apha esikoleni ithetha ngo-life science nango-communication skill is not up to standard. But what about their talent? What about their skill? What if this boy ayikwazi wabala lamasele utitshala ebalisa? What if this boy ayikwazi wabala lamatikilisha utitshala ebabale? Utitshala now neglecting ukuthi we still got challenges. We still got a problem with our education system, most especially when it comes to African children. So loko sinikwa the back of the hand to understand when it comes to education. We are not given what we're supposed to. If Nagonze Numzegel, Umak Boucher, the former wicketkeeper in South Africa, he put in. But Umak Boucher today, he can a special song it in a blade, splenier darkest people in Jazaki. Do you understand? Sibetina sine diplomas, sine degrees, but they're not many questions to state because education was based on the talent. He was a bit talented. When classing is not making it, then he was developed towards the goal and the dream I number one wicketkeeper of South Africa. Today is a big coach in South Africa, despite the challenges that the bananas. So what I'm trying to emphasize, the education system of our country, when it comes for African children, it's very toxic and a disadvantage. Abandon abayo. Do you understand? If now singateta kude kuse ngakaplex. For instance, how can you educate African children ngebasari okanye ngo-Nsfas? Why uzabafundisa ngo-Nsfas something which is going to bafune baphinde babhatala futhi? Iyaphi la interest? Ngobani aba behind this Nsfas? Why abantwana bengafundiswa about bangafundiswa zi-minerals of the country? Because if abantwana bafundiswa about bafundiswa zi-resources as mining zigcwele lapha e-country, because in South Africa we see gold, in platinum, in natural vegetation, in wildlife. They cannot educate the children of the nation. Then they can give back to the nation. The interest. So the education is just not free. That's why I got a question mark when it comes to the education system. Perhaps in the city, bona aba bancane. Funeka bahlale with talent. Tina, we were not fortunate. Okanye abanye bethu babe fortunate. As much as I'm owning properties from a very young age, but now with the advice I'm giving to them, we invest in properties. Because properties you never go wrong. So it's the asset a lifetime there. Even from one generation to another, they will also benefit from it. So in the Zamut Gendagaplex, if we're going to talk about Indian education, I've got a problem, buddy. Indian problem now, it's Nsfas.
That's good, bro. As probably talk about it a little bit, but I love this first level. What do you do on a positive achievement? Do I need those from an business in the co because I saw your Unyana and I'm splitting 2 years back. So I got an achievement, go Gulamitanic born at Famunyana, go Pranian born. We are Shambi, I'm teen, I'm Kalisatin. So what are the achievements on my house to my house born?
Yeah, Blacc, as much as achievement in not my Blacc, it's life. You know life, Blacc. Life is billions. I'm not talking about money because money is numbers and numbers don't end. And if it takes money to make you happy, your search for happiness will never end. So my happiness and my achievement, it's life. Because I went through a fire on a Blacc. That is why when it comes to life. I've been in and out of prison. I've been shot many times and I've survived. So that is why I honor life. That is the only achievement. And life. Not ezizindondinazo. Ezizindondinazo without life, they are nothing. But life is everything. And even when you talk about richness, my richness is life. It's not money. It's not material vanity. And I respect God, And, before you recognize God, you have to find God. And once you find God, everything will be easy for you. So if you talk about those achievements, it's for me to respect the Almighty and to find Him and to appreciate the life, because unike chances ezininzi under ifire ezininzi endiyaphuma kuzo. As much as back besinchilo ukuthi we grew up with families ebesifundiswa ngeBhayibheli there. Yeah, if my story, I can say sesikamishiki ngwabhet ngipromotion rap. You see, being involved in an accident, imoto be right off, uphume untouched, udutyulwe 17 rounds, uhambe imbumbule 1. So those are fires. So leyo ndithi achievement endiyitholeyo, it's life. Because my success is life. It's nothing else, it's life. So money is just numbers, and numbers don't end. And if your happiness is based on money to be happy, then your search for happiness will never end. So appreciate life and thank you the Almighty as well as the ancestors for protecting us and guide us through our friends, because our worst enemies is our friends, is our best friends. So ilapho ke Blacc, ndizawuzama udwela much around those izinto ukuthi my achievement is life.
Oh, that's good, Mdala. Ke kudala waba khona ikasi, and ikasi thina silulutsha kolula. Xa ulila Mdala abantu okhala kubo, do you have abantu abalike role models, aspirations in life nezimotivate mawuvuke nangomso uhambe uphande, ngabe unazo into ezijole ebomini?
Yeah, Blacc, of course, in life you need life coaches, Uyabadinga abantu abazokunqwanqwada bakuthathe bakubeke in life, how you're supposed to behave amongst people, how you're supposed to take care of yourself. Kubalulekile, it's very important. Yabakhona abantu abanjalo in my life. But my mother, she's everything, buddy. Yeah, my mother, she's everything, and 9 months in the tummy, and she gave life to me when I option to abort me. But she never irons along the line, so she decided to give life to me. And in the street you always got abantu abakumotivate to continue, keep on going. There's a frogman called Damsage. Yeah, yabona uTamsage mhlawumbe abanye abantu bazama-analyze ngenye indlela. But in analyze my way. Yeah, you know, a person who lives life as it is, a person who takes everything easy, he doesn't make decisions for me, but he always tell me about left and right, then he put me in the center, then he tell me about choices to make. And it was not only him, there are people the likes of Alfred Kuno, they're also being in my life. And when I get those shortcomings and going to them and asking for advices, they hey, where from here?
Yeah.
And they'll always tell me, the likes of Utatushi Yongwana, is and Moses Kenyeza Sikepe. I believe today is got a game versus FRUITFUL Stars in Tata. Yeah, so those are the people around the man's life whereby you got stuck. You know, then there's a problem like this. How can I do? Mandikwenze umzekelo mhlambi une-40 rand esebhankini. Athomnye igcine la 40 rand. Athomnye no suyigcina la 40 rand. Thatha la 40 rand wenze something else enokwazi uba ngoba imali esebhankini ikhula in years, in 5 years, in 3 years.
Mhlawumbe ikhula nange-1 rand ayikho.
Mhlawumbe ikhula nange-1 rand, but if you got that 100,000 or that 50,000 whereby as much as essentially we have to take another avenue of being a car dealer now. You understand? But you must buy these cars which are inspiring the young people.
Pimp to sell.
Yeah, you pimp to sell, you go around the country, but it's not a child's play, it's very expensive because to move from one place to another, it is costly. But at the end of the day, as long as you're going to achieve what you want to achieve at the end of the day, it's a tactic bag. So, yeah, it's like that. Young people, hey buddy, the my is positive for their advantage. You understand? Bang I see on the negative impact because it's about cost. Wasted times will never return. So I think brother, we are trying to be inspirations in a man's life, as well as the neighbors. Some neighbors they hate you, some neighbors they love you. So life is like that. There must be something wrong with you blacks if everybody like us is upturned. You must know that. But there's only one thing that now is don't expect anything in return. Just do it from the bottom of your heart. Because that human, that person is not yours. It's God's person, that one. So, Jehovah is going to bless you with a bigger blessing. So, then you're expecting the old man to give you money. What if the old man is going to start him? You're going to curse the old man? You cannot curse the old man. So you're always expecting things in return. But hard working always pays off.
Wow, that's good, bro. I also had to try interview no Tambo.
Yes.
Then I asked to bro, what did I get back? You don't believe about what.
Yes.
So as we probably we are mkutaza bro, bomi no vino no bafamne ngakho. Yazokhala kubeta book amakwehla into ethile. So I love that, bro. So kulwami ke intoni would love i-community ohlala kuyo. Sizingotshela ngosungene kwenye adventure ngelo i-car deal. So do you have any bro love community kasiste kuyo friends surroundings haters musizimo ziyakulenza if you have kasingake haters. And in return, bro, if we know ziyahlangana intoni ophinde ubuye ubenzela yona umphakathi.
Yeah, buddy. You know, when it comes to Kasi's got energy, Kasi's got talent, Kasi's got the evildoers, Kasi's got those who cheer, Kasi's got those who criticize. But what I'm trying to say to you, when I kiss the cup of success, I won't say they must stay away from drugs, but I will buy their time because remember, they are young and restless, and as much as they are young and restless, whatever goes by, they want to experiment it because of the time they have. But if you buy instruments, the likes of the DJ set, the modeling, I'm not going to talk about football. because I know everybody know me or can does football. You know, it's not about football. Although football is more than life, it transforms lives. You understand? So come back to Ekasi. I would like to see Onobuhle at Ekasi because I grew up in my days. They were so-called imitates, Olingisa, whereby there's Maria Carey, was of Gatulu Maria Carey, Oganya Atulu DJ Maporisa, Oganyati. So you see those things, they are needed back in our community because they are transforming our Kasi. The drama, you find out, Bakona, Abazestuji, Aba Ekta, Yola, those are the things we want. We are fortunate enough because we are next to the university called, which is Walter Sisulu University. So we're supposed to use Walter Sisulu University on our advantage because that university is in our community. So if Tina asks us for your advantage, not all of us will have plus 20 zitana. You understand? Senokwenzeka abanye bethu babe zi-grass cutters pa. Senokwenzeka abanye bethu babe zi-artisan pa. Some of us, they can be vehicle drivers for the university. Some of us, they can transform the university. So what I'm trying to say, I won't say I don't have powers to wipe drugs, Ekasi. But powers I have is to make sure Guti, there's a DJ Ekasi, there's Umisa Ibika Ekasi, there's a drama Ekasi, there's games Ekasi. The June 16, it's not 1976 now. But on that June 16th, there has to be izinto ezenzekayo. Noba kwenzeka ntoni but funeka ibe khona movement eyenzekayo. But we got challenges here because everything is political. If you are not this organization affiliated, which it does have a power, you're gonna be powerless. If you are in the organization who lives by the truth, you're late, my brother. In nowadays, the truth hurts. And they want lies. So singabanye today, we've got the principles as I bet you about Thomas Sankara, about Sadelo Palmer, no Robert Sobuko. We shall tell no lies and we shall tell no easy victories. So this is the pharmacists tell the upcoming generation. We shall tell no lies, we shall tell no easy victories. And funo kakausenzindo, sutingusenzindo uyenzela la muntu unenda zapinda minileyo. No, just do it from the bottom of your heart. Then you will see what is going to happen. So, okay, this space is also eso. But it doesn't mean only we will rely on political landscapes or political organizations. We're going to try to transform the community because nati we've got abandoned abalapa. There's no time they must follow the right path to success. Yeah, we're going to get back to our community. You're going to see something is coming soon. And when that thing is coming soon, you're going to see everything is going to be here. As much as they said Shilo Uwenditi, he was not only a car dealer, as well as a dog breeder for hunting and racing. Those are small things that was doing, but Abadabam they are getting rich through e-pets. Yeah. So my pet, at least now, is 1 year, 6 months. It's a female. And it's gonna give me good puppies. And those who want to hunt and those who want to race, based on contact, because it's calling contacts most, but it has to goes on. So if you need to give the Kasi, she has need a lamikain, so she has need as a contest, she has need a DJ. We need young energy and that vibe.
Wow, that's good from that. So mkulapke ngoku umuntu okufuna mhlawumbe ezibusishwa uyikhathile ngoku umuntu okufuna social platforms ufumane kanjani umuntu okufuna ukukhangela
yabona Blacc kule ndaba ekhadile besisichilo sathi we found the cars but we must meet those cars sizokwazi bazibeke market zithengwe. It's not going to be an overnight situation, you understand, or an overnight program or overnight project. Maybe it's going to take another 3 months, you understand? It's going to take another 4 months, it's going to take a year. It's all about being patient because patience is they do pay off. Yeah, on Facebook you do find DUBA LUFEFE, which is DUBA. So you're going to find everything there. If you want to communicate regarding the 325, but I would like the 325, but I believe E325 is going to be the capital of everything, because once I already calculated and check how much money I'm going to need to do it up and running. Yeah, Yona is 100% cool, and we're dealing only with cars as fashion and style. Yeah, we understand BMW 325, those are old cars. Those are 1970 cars, but they are present. It's still being felt even today. It's a class which stands the test of time. The likes of VR6, those are old cars, but we try to free the African children from economical slavery. Afuna ukuthi ube nemoto, ufuna ube nemoto yebhanki. Because ibhanki izakwenza interest now for 5 years. Ibhanki don't have money. We have money. Sit up and money, not ibhanki. So that is the mentality we must put in our upcoming youngsters. This year to have a car, you don't have to have a fancy car. If now we talk about a 325i, ufike embadleni la bephethe these expensive cars worth of 600,000. If you come with a kusheshe there, everybody will turn head, except Vistima, except Bandon, except Neti man, Confani Lucas, yeah. What is Lucas? Ne, Ibika Lucas. Yeah, so this is so we're trying to free you economically. You have to be free economically.
My thing is and even informative episode, so I put on those value. I'm not advice for any question on bozza with channel.
Yeah, you know, Blacc, I'm not going to say it's a question. I'm not going to say it's advice. But now, esi studio ngalendlela nisibona ngaso. Si studio sigqibile. For ukuthi i-sound wave ingaphumeli ngaphandle and lento sithetha ngayo apha i-background yethu ingavakali, which means now thina sobabini off the line now, off the air sizothetha, then I give you advices how you're supposed to do it in order to prevent the sound engaphandle ingazi ngaphakathi. You understand? Yonke into yakho is 100%, because the initiative is quite 100%. It's good. It's, you know, I love it. Yeah, I'm coming a long way from Mambombo, to understand, telling them about the dynamics of life. Bona ndabaxelela about Menrex, iTech, neTsuf from the very young age. Nezoli. That this one is doing this, that one is doing that, and that one is doing that. Okay. It's for you to make a decision. So, my advice is going to be off the line. We're going to deal with the studio, because in the end, as a studio, as much as Bale Vito is going to go viral, then YouTube buy and pays you. When YouTube buys, the viewers, there are many, and end up getting these funds. Don't chow these funds. You don't chase girls. You chase money, because girls are chasing money. So in those events, you're going to chase girls, you're going to take the rest of your life. If she has Lalim, intwana ikhangelidiza, ilichize, ifumana inyiki, ijiji standard, ngesilahastile, isiqomelele isibeke phansi komhlaba ilinde intaka. That boy never said, I want a blue bird, a red bird, a white bird. He just said, I want a bird. Izawufika intaka ithathela nyiki. The boy get the bird. So it's important ukuthi let's work first before ezinye izinto. If she's about girl crazes, girls, they don't care. You can wear stinking gumboots coming from the garden, but if you got the Mandelas, the garden and the gumboots and the overall and the sting of you is history, because you got what changes life, which is that small piece of paper. So we must try to work very hard. Because you know sometimes izasityela ixesha into leqa abantu so ne 10 million uhlale naye apha. The day iphela la 10 million, she's gonna leave you. You understand? So iyabonakalisa loo nto le uba you have to be intelligent, smart and wise, and work hard. Trust nobody. Yeah, no, you work hard, trust nobody. You love them all, but trust nobody.
Ngiyabulela Mzomthelo. Inkosi guys for watching. Subscribe, like, download, and also share.
Gospel beats.